you haven't noticed, of course, I switched up my background here. Kind of got sick at the couch, so here I am. Second of all, I'm sure you've seen my attire, a little different from what I'm usually going out today, so I'm doing this video before I go out, and I decided to clean up a little bit, try to do my Tim on, wearing suits and reviewing. But all fun aside, first of all, I noticed after this review, my next video is going to be my 100th video on YouTube and my 50th review on YouTube at the same time. So my next video is going to come out on Monday. I got something planned for you guys. I've been planning it for a bit. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that, but this time I'm going to send you guys off on the weekend with another fragrance, one from Prada. Now the Prada house is fairly new for the men's genre. They only have 2 bottles. They have Prada Amber Put which I've reviewed. It's got rave reviews from myself at least. And the second one is this one right here, Prada Infusion. Now Prada is of course a quality brand. Their fragrances is actually, they've done very well. Their first 2 offerings I would say are very high class, hence the tie and the jacket here. It's definitely that type of fragrance. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys the bottle here, and this is the bottle, very classy. If you've been in any classy places that sell soap or any type of product, let's say overseas like France and that, they're gonna have this type of layout for the soap. I'm talking about like soap that's like $40 a pop. So very classy by Prada, very nice bottle except for the sticker on the side here with all the ingredients. But I'll live with that. And the box itself also fairly nice. I don't know, you can't really see it with this camera, but it's got the layout of Prada, the logo in the background here. So I'm just going to move this before it falls over. So guys, Prada Infusion comes in different bottle sizes, like crazy amount of bottle sizes. There's actually a bottle as big as my head. I'm not joking. So I'm just going to go with the standard size, the 1.7, the 3.4, and they also have a 200 milliliter, which some people might enjoy. So the smallest one, around $50. This one right here, which is the 3.4 ounce, you'd be looking at around $75 American. And the bigger bottle, the 200 ml, would be $100 American. Now this bottle actually hit the shelves in 2008, so it's a fairly new fragrance. And of course Prada is fairly new to the game. So Group Aromatic, Parfumier Daniela Andrier. Recommended age, I'm not even going to put an age on this. Basically, if you go to work and you wear a tie and a jacket, or just a collared shirt and a jacket, I would recommend this fragrance. It will not offend anybody. It's great for work. Now, how many sprays and where? With this fragrance, I would go 2 shots to the chest, let it dry down, put your suit on, put 1 shot to the neck here, and you're set. Now notes, neroli, iris, vetiver, cedar, incense, and benzoin. Now what I get from all those notes, mainly this fragrance is going to be the iris, the flower. Now the vetiver is there too, cedar I get, neroli, all that good stuff. Now this fragrance is kind of in the middle of like a yellow fragrance and a green fragrance. I'll tell you guys why. First of all, when you think a yellow fragrance, you're thinking citrus. Or you're thinking soapy, like a white fragrance. Or you can go green, and then of course you're thinking, okay, green would be more like flowers or cut grass, things like that. So it's the middle of that. When I look at this bottle, the packaging, when I smell the juice, I'm thinking right away, luxury, sophistication. This is like the high end of soapy fragrances. You will not get better than this. I have not met better than this at this time. Now, what do I get in the notes? First of all, I get that iris accord. It's there right away. There's a pinch of neroli in there, but that pure soap accord hits you right off the bat. Now, once this dries down, there is a transparent vetiver mixed in with those top notes. So some people actually get a different type of soap, but really it's just that vetiver in the background that envelopes that soapy feeling. gives it more of a green woody type of feel to it. Now, I smelt no incense whatsoever, no spice on this dry down. I still miss it. It's there, but I don't get it. So there's still more for me to check out on this fragrance. Usually when I'm doing a review, I know the ins and out of a bottle. This fragrance actually kind of got me. I don't get the incense at all, so I don't know where it is. It might not even be there. I don't know. It's very clean, it's sharp, it's powdery. It's just like its female counterpart. If you have a woman in your life that has Prada Infusion de Iris, you're going to get this and you're going to be like, this is almost the same thing. They threw in a little bit of wood, a little bit of spice in here. I really don't get the spice. I get more of the wood than anything. But anyway, they make it a little more masculine. It's not out there. I'm not going to say this is a woody fragrance at all. It's not an oriental. It's not woody at all. It's a soapy fragrance. Now, fans of soapy scents, while we're talking about this, will fall in love with this one. This is going to be the one that you're going to throw out all those other ones. This one's going to be your go-to guy. Now, this is actually a start of a new coming in men's fragrances. Most fragrances, when it first started, there was no men and female fragrances. There was just perfume. Anybody would wear it. And it was mainly flowery accords. That would be the fragrance. You want to smell good, you want to smell like a flower. Now, of course, now we're, gender based. We got, the men's and the women's. The men has to have more spice, more wood. So it makes it feel more manly, of course. But this fragrance kind of made that flower note as the prominent note in this fragrance. The iris is the prominent note in this fragrance. I can think of another fragrance that has that. Power by Kenzo for men. Same thing. So basically, these are the first ones that actually are putting that flowery base. Usually it's in the background. All fragrances usually have that flowery background, but it's really hidden very well by the spice and the wood. But this one actually put it in the forefront, which I say congrats to you guys. But definitely a lot of guys that aren't into the unisex fragrances, aren't into flowers or the flower scents, let's say, not into clean scents, this is why you would hate this fragrance. That's a main reason. You're not into the soapy, clean fragrances. You're not into that baby powder thing going on. You're not into unisex fragrances. This one's not for you. Steer clear. Now, this fragrance won't draw much attention to you, really. It's not an attention getter. It's not like 1 Million or Dreamer or all these fragrances that are like compliment getters. But it's not going to pass unnoticed. So it's not like you're not wearing fragrance. It is definitely there for you. Now, style with this fragrance, very modern fragrance. I would say it's basically one of the stepping stones in the men industry, just like Pure Malt. Pure Malt's starting something new. These guys are starting something new. It depends, of course, on the consumer, how many people actually buy this fragrance. So, bottles, if you own either Kenzo's Power for Men, Mugler Cologne, Dior Homme has a little bit of iris in it, if you didn't know. Prada Amber Put On is actually more of a sweet fragrance than this one. So if you kind of like the Prada brand, I would go more in the amber if you're kind of scared of the unisex feeling to it. Buy, try, or pass, guys. You got to buy this fragrance if you love powdery, if you love clean scents. This is the cream of the crop, so that's a must buy. If you're not really into it or you don't know really what I'm talking about as a clean scent, give this a try and then you'll have a really good idea of what I'm talking about. So guys, let's rate this bad boy. Alright guys, let's rate Prada. Longevity, 8 out of 10. Gives me 8 solid hours every single time I wear it. Projection, 9 out of 10. It sticks to the skin, but it does it in a very good way that you can wear it in the office. So I give it a 9 out of 10 just on that base alone. Versatility, 9 out of 10. It's versatile, easily worn in the office. Everyday fragrance, a special occasion, a vacation, on a long flight home, perfect. It won't offend anybody. It's great for spring, summer, and fall. Overall smell, 10 out of 10. This is what a soapy scent's supposed to smell like. Overall, guys, 9 out of 10 on this fragrance.